Hello. I'm gonna wait for the room to fill up a little bit, but basically we're gonna start with Pisces, Cancers, Libras, and then we're gonna go from there. Okay. Hey, how are you doing? I know. Hello. Hey guys, don't forget to drop a like while you're here. Namaste. I can't complain. I had a really eventful day today, like doing kind of nothing, you know? I don't know. It was a really suburban day, if you know what I'm talking about. Hey. Hey girl, hey. Yay. So how was everybody's week? How was everybody's like past week? How are we doing? What's the energy? What's the vibe? Confused. Pretty chill. Yeah. I had a pretty chill week last week too, but like with one day where I had to exert like a crazy amount of energy. And then the rest of the day, and then the rest of the week was like recovering. All right. Let's get going. So we are starting off with our Pisces, of course. See what's going on for this upcoming week for our Pisces. Pisces, we got a lot of isolation. The Five of Pentacles tried to pop out, and then the Hermit tried to pop out, and we were like fighting it. But it seems like this next week, some of us could be going into like retreat, for sure. Oh, but look, but some of us might be seeing some returns here of some of the work that we've been putting in. You know, some of you guys might be receiving that paycheck, you know, where you work those OT hours and it's showing up because there has been waiting for something to the Ten of Pentacles. So it seems like a lot of people are going to be building on some type of, you know, foundation, particularly one that's taken a lot of investments and that has taken some time. So this has been like a very slow moving energy with these pentacles here. So I'm assuming that this is something that has definitely been waited for, but some of you guys could start to see beginnings of like the fruits of your labor. Yep. Pisces crew, look, and then there's a lot of options. Could be some confusion, disillusion happening, but excuse me, so sorry. But some of us, Pisces, might have our head in the clouds this upcoming, this upcoming week. You know, so just be mindful of that. So don't get lost. Okay, so basically what I'm getting from that is like, even when you see some of the fruits of your labor and you start getting rewards, you start spending money, you don't want to get too lost in your imagination and like start over like assuming and start over exerting energy. Start spending money preemptively. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting. Like, don't start making promises, because just because you start seeing some pennies doesn't mean that you should make promises. Like, you'll eventually get there, right? You're building towards the Ten of Pentacles, but don't try to get so like emotional and so like happy with it that you end up kind of spoiling it, I guess, is like a way to put it. All right, let's see. 3 and 2. Oops. And 1. All right. Let's see what's going on, Pisces. All right, yeah. See, look. So the underlying energy we have here is the Five of Pentacles. So that's what I was saying. So it seems like this month can focus on isolation. I'm curious about, you know, people coming out of isolation too. Is kind of a storyline that I'm hearing for some of you guys. But a lot of Pisces are going to be retreating. And I think it's just because it's been due to work, been due to trying to build that abundance and really not opening yourself up to a whole bunch of distractions. So some people might be feeling like you've left them out in the cold. You haven't spoken to your friends, you know, in some period of time. So people are feeling type of way, you know, you went Hollywood, you know, it's kind of that energy that I'm getting to. And then, yeah, we have the Queen of Cups, which is your energy here, Pisces. to the world. Ooh, beautiful. To the Fool. Wow, Pisces. This is really great. So some of you guys could really be having like a new beginning with this Fool card here and taking a leap of faith with the Queen of Cups. So love, you know, just being, and it doesn't necessarily have to be loving a person, but loving yourself, loving people around you, loving, you know, your work, your craft. Some of you guys could be moving really intuitively, you know, start making, like, your spirit knows before your body does. And so you'll be experiencing some of like these flashes and like all this other things. Hello. And like, and it's moving to the World card. So there's closing out a really positive cycle and taking a leap of faith, you know, and I really think that it's because you are, in fact, seeing the returns of your labors, Pisces. And that's an absolutely beautiful thing, right? Like, who doesn't want to see that? So this is going to be a pretty, I would say pretty stable week. I don't know if anything super exciting is going to happen, but I feel like the groundwork is going to be laid down. You guys might be taking a retreat into yourself and kind of breaking away and getting lost in your imagination and your daydreams. And, you know, hey, have fun with it, okay? So that's it for our Pisces. And now we're moving on to our Cancers, our Cancer sisters. It's funny because, like, I'm a Cancer rising, so I get both of my little weekly readings out the way pretty quick. I don't have to wait for y'all. Ooh. Excuse me. Oh, wow, Cancer. So we have the 10 of Cups. So another really positive cycle, you know, closing out. Emotional fulfillment. Could be dealing, you know, with family and like all different, all that different type of energy too. Yeah, I guess next Tuesday is going to be Christmas Eve, y'all. Golly, I'm so not in the Christmas spirit, but not by like, and as I said that, I pulled a Hierophant. But I don't know. This was a weird year for me. So I'm like not doing anything special. So maybe that's why I'm like, wow, it's really Christmas Eve. Like, Lord have mercy. All right, let's see. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Oh, I'm shuffling this. Thank you, Maxine. Always holding it down. Oops. Wow, Cancer. So we have the sun fly out, too. So this is a really positive week. A lot of you guys are getting, even though I haven't seen the Nine of Cups, a lot of things are just coming together. Really, really positive energy for you guys. Like, I just see you guys being extremely happy and fulfilled. But, you know, that makes sense because Christmas and the holiday season is really a time to love and nurture. You're around family, you know, kids and like all that type of stuff. So you're really kind of in your element, Cancer. So this could be really positive as you're moving forward. Okay. Hey, Brooklyn. Good to see you. Thank you so much. All right, look at this. So we have the Ace of Wands for you, Cancer. So this new week is going to be like a new beginning, a fresh start for a lot of you guys. You guys are going to be embarking on some new passions. Creative passion can be kind of sexual, if you know what I'm saying. So this Ace of Wands is really exciting underlying energy, especially with like the 10 of Cups and the Sun card. So some of you guys could really be stepping into some fire energy. So that's Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, but really just kind of dabbling in that divine masculine, just going after something, not really necessarily having a plan. Look at this communication thing could be coming in quickly for you, right? Something that you possibly could have been waiting for a long time. Now you're starting to see the returns of that too. So really similar to Pisces reading. That's awesome. Oh, wow. And then we have the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Page of Cups, okay? So for some of you guys, you could possibly be experiencing some type of anxieties over children, just because the Page of Cups here can represent kids. Could also be connecting with a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. But somebody could certainly be coming in and offering love, or somebody's being emotionally vulnerable. They're opening up in a way or offering an apology. I do see communication that's coming in that could lead to a fresh start, a new beginning of some sorts. But there is anxiety about this situation. So there's a lot of sleepless nights. Okay, but I do kind of see whatever situation coming in, taking a fresh start, finding the fun things, finding that youthful energy, moving forward, and moving to the 10 of Cups and the Sun. So I see it ending to be a really positive, even though it's kind of like dark. So let me see. Whew. So yeah, we have the Nine of Swords clarified by the Ten of Swords. Okay, and so basically that is just kind of somebody who's really anxious over a closing of a very painful cycle. This has to deal with backstabbing, betrayal, just kind of loss of sense of self is kind of what I'm imagining. But there seems to be a new beginning coming in for you, Cancer, and it's going to be really positive and happy. So I see an opportunity coming in that may have to do with children. I see conversations coming in that have to do with kind of a youthful energy and just taking a new fresh outlook, you yourself adopting a youthful energy and just really, you know, going for it. So try to chill, calm down with all that Nine of Swords. You know, nobody wants to stay in this state. Meditate, release that negative energy, and like you're Gucci, you're golden, okay? And so now we are moving into our Libras. Thank you so much, Cancers. Don't forget to drop a like, you know, subscribe. If you haven't already, I guess. Hello. Libras. Okay. Into our Libras. Ooh, Libras, Libras, Libras. Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles. So it seems like you Libras are really focusing on work, attention to detail, really putting your energy into focusing on one specific thing. Some of you guys could really just be, throwing yourself into your teamwork situation. Some of you guys could be feeling like you were pulling more weight for a team situation, like you were the one putting in the most effort, and you're getting lost in the sauce, you know. That's for some of you guys, but other of you, yeah, maybe more of you guys, because I just saw the Ten of Swords pop out. So some of you guys are taking on some burden, but I do just see you guys focusing on finances in your career. Two and one. All right. Let's see what's going on for our Libras. Oh, look at this. So the Star card, okay? So some of you guys are going to be experiencing a lot of hope, looking forward to the next chapter, you know, really balancing your emotions in a practical light state, releasing negative emotions, releasing bad vibes in a sense, and healing, okay? The Star represents healing. Could also be dealing with, you know, your sister sign Aquarius, all right? So look, we have the Five of Wands here, Libras, the Page of Cups, and the Four of Wands. So it seems like you guys have been going through some type of conflict and back and forth. This could be inner conflict. I think about a certain opportunity that has presented itself on an emotional front, but the overall outcome is the Four of Wands. So it's going to lead to some happiness. And remember, the underlying energy is the Star card, but I'm going to try to get some more information into this Five of Wands. All right. To the Four of Swords. So some of you guys have been having some inner conflict, some inner turmoil that you've been sorting through. You've been taking some time to kind of try to heal. Yeah, again, a time for healing after a difficult cycle, after some just tensions. I think that really got you guys off kilter. Since you seek balance so much, it's really, you know, sad to see the fives there, because it's like, very, you know, fives represent instability, and that goes against every five-burger. Being Libras, completely understand. But it seems like you have been trying to heal and move on from that situation and kind of start anew. Kind of like what I was saying earlier with the Pisces, taking that leap of faith with this Page of Cups here, adopting like a youthful type energy and really enjoying the celebration of it all. You know, a lot of people are going to be spending some time with their families on New Year's. Oh, not New Year's, on Christmas Eve. Woo. Yeah, the Joker to the Four of Cups. So yeah, there's been an offer. There's been an offer that's coming in, and it's a love offer. It could be, you could be dealing with somebody who's very immature. It's just like the really, really root beginnings of an opportunity, okay? And it kind of has the power to take it where you want to, Libra, with this Joker card here. It's kind of like the wild card. That's what I said earlier about, excuse me, the Fool, you know, taking that leap of faith and just going for it, you know? And this could really lead to some happiness and some stability, Libra. So really great reading. Yeah, you guys just might be taking some time to heal from some inner conflict. And hey, everybody needs it, but it seems like you'll be surrounded by loved ones and family. So that's something to be looking forward to, Libras. All right. So that is it for our Libras. I saw Leos next, and then I saw Geminis, okay? So I did see you, Gemini, but I did see Leos first, okay? Let's get into the Leos. Ah, look, boom, Leos. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to drop a like. Hi, JR. Good seeing you. Okay. Leos. All right. Ooh. Okay, Leo. So we have the Five of Swords. So this is always a card of somebody doesn't know how to play nicely. Is kind of how I read it. Basically, you have somebody who's really trying to be right, seen, and doesn't really care about the people around him. Like, look, this guy, you know, is being such an asshole on a date. He made this dude cry, and this dude was like, man, fuck it. Like, you know what? I have better shit to do than sit here and listen to you, Kyle, or whatever. Like, I don't know. He just looks like a Kyle to me. He's like, I have better shit to listen to you be a fucking brat and an asshole. And so now this Kyle character is left with all these swords and these daggers around him because nobody wants to play with him anymore. And he hasn't even recognized that now he has to clean up his own mess and he has no friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, so long story short, this is always a card of being mindful of how you are playing with others. Make sure that you're somebody who people want to be around, Leos. Especially, you know, don't get so caught into your ego. This person cares about being right at all costs, no matter how other people feel. You know, this also can be dealing with an Aquarius in that situation, you know, where you, Leo, could really be stressing to be the correct one. And it's more than that, okay? And this could deal with a reunion, some old friendships, or a third-party situation, okay? Let's see, 3, 2, 1. Hi, Scorpio. All right. So the underlying energy we have, look at this. We have the Six of Pentacles and also the Lover. So there's going to be some decision. It's all about duality, Leos. It's all about duality. It's kind of what I'm getting, because the Six of Pentacles is certainly the mirroring card. All right. This is where you're giving off the energy where whatever you're putting into the universe, that is exactly what the universe is meeting you, you know, or this could be a card of charity where you're helping others out. But I'm really sensing that this is a time that you're going to be focusing on what exactly you're putting into a situation and what you're getting out of it. Okay. So let's see what the other cards are. Yeah. We have the Four of Swords to the Hanged Man, to the Queen of Wands. Really, really interesting energy, Leos. Okay, so basically it seems like you're taking a break from a certain situation. Let's see if I can get some insight. But you're certainly taking a break and you're just laying low and observing. Some of you guys are certainly healing from a past situation. And I think that it's bringing you back into balance. And you're willing to put that work in for yourself so you can step into your best light with this Queen of Wands here. So some of you guys are really, truly going to be laying low. I'm imagining that, you know, if you got into an argument or a word battle or something with that Five of Wands, you're really reflecting back on that conversation and that argument, if you will, that disagreement, and kind of, but you're emerging out of it very victorious and very attractive. You know, you kind of force your wheel. So you're taking this moment to rebalance and kind of recalibrate so then you can come back with your mane and, you know, roar, moving into that Queen of Wands energy. But yeah, it seems like there was a conversation or a message that you received that you really have to take some time and like woosah over, Leos. Let's see if I can get one more card on the situation, please. One more card for Leos, please. 2 and 1. Yeah. All right, so we have, yeah, the Jack of Wands. So this is your energy too. So this could have been dealing with a, I don't know, you could be taking a break over some type of adventure, but I see you guys really hanging low. But when you do decide to step back on the scene, it's going to be quick. It's going to be sudden. You're just taking a moment to, recalibrate, powder your nose. You're taking a break for a second, and then you're going to return to your loyal fans and subscribers and kind of be that celeb again. But it just seems like you're really focusing on balance this upcoming week, Leos. And that is absolutely not a bad thing. Focus, healing, kind of setting goals and all that stuff, but you're just laying low, it looks like, for this upcoming week, Leos. So that is it for our Leos. So I think I said Gemini's next. So thank you so much, Leos. Please don't forget to drop a like. All right. Woo. This is for Gemini's Queen of Pentacles. So could be focusing on self-care and love, self-love, nurturing yourself, beauty. Nice. One more shuffle like this, Gemini. Ooh. Come on. All right. I'm talking like fighting the cards. Ooh. All right, Gemini. Oh, look. It seems like a really happy week for you. Look at this. We have the Sun, the Ten of Cups, the Page of Pentacles. So some of you guys could seriously be hearing some really awesome news about a job or an investment, or, kind of a really something that's going to have some longevity and some stability. It could come in the form of a relationship or like a paycheck. Some of you guys could be receiving news about a promotion. Really awesome, Gemini. I think that you guys your hard work is paying off. But you guys have been in an upswing for a minute, so I really feel like you're going to start gaining some momentum in this next year. In this next week. Really enjoying time with family. Air signs do have great conversations. All right. Oh, look. Look at you, Maxine. So look, we have into the Ace of Swords. So it seems like you guys could be having some great conversations, some clarity, some insight, Geminis. But it seems like you're cutting through some bullshit. You're speaking your truth. You're being blunt. But yeah, you guys could be being honest. Some people are being honest towards you. But I see y'all having some really open dialogue, some new opportunities that can come in on a communication front, all right? So we have the Four of Pentacles to the King of Cups, and then to the Page of Cups. Wow, the Page of Cups has made its rounds. That's so funny. I don't know. That's really childish energy kind of. So that's really interesting. So it seems like somebody's holding back in a situation, okay? And it's a situation that certainly requires some honesty from you guys. And this could have to deal with emotions. You could be connecting with a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio with this King of Cups here. But it seems like somebody's holding back emotions and is coming off in a very immature way. Let's see if I can get some insight. And this might not be, I'm not saying that this is you. This could be somebody that you're dealing with. But there seems to be a level of, like, immaturity, I guess, when it comes to emotions. Maybe possibly some of you guys are holding back from a situation because you don't want to deal with emotions. All right. Yeah, we have the Six of Pentacles here. So there's certainly not a giving or taking. This is somebody certainly holding back from something. They're not either wanting to receive some type of love or affection, but they're not willing to give it, okay? And so somebody might resort to, like, game playing, manipulation, and that type of shit. But the thing about it is there's going to be honesty and clarity coming in this upcoming week, okay? Yeah, and then look, we move into another six, to the Six of Wands. So somebody's emerging victorious and looking very, I don't know, victorious. I just said that, but somebody's looking very attractive, okay? And so a lot of people are receiving some attention, or this could be a return of some sort. Somebody could be coming back, somebody that you've experienced love for in the past could be returning back to you, but it's not an equal give and take. Somebody's certainly holding back from the situation. And then we're going to get one more card for the Page of Cups. Ooh, or not. Oh, no. Okay, that wasn't that bad. All right, sorry guys. Ugh. So yeah, then we move into the Five of Wands. So there was certainly conflict, and the way that the conflict is being settled is in a really immature type manner. Yeah, there's just a real conflict of egos here, Gemini. Even though I do see still it's a positive week, I just see that there might be an argument that comes up with a family member or something, perhaps a paternal figure. There could certainly be a father-son relationship, a mother-daughter relationship, a mother-father, any type of parental dynamic where somebody could feel like they're talking down to somebody. There's just a problem with give or take. Somebody's being quite stingy, and so that might come into play, Gemini. But I really don't see it being like a huge thing just because there were no major arcana cards. So I just see you just maybe having like a little falling out, a little back and forth, or just speaking your truth. Somebody revealing the truth, right? You getting clarity on the situation, and you just kind of like moving on from it, okay? So, and going back to, pussy popping and minding your own business, pretty much, all right? So next, I think we're going to have, I want to say it was Scorpios. I think I saw Scorpios. Hi, Deborah. You missed Cancer. I did Cancer pretty early. Oh, I see somebody saying it was Capricorn next. The Scorpio entered the chat like earlier. I can't remember what the name was. I'm so bad with that. Scorpio. But I'll do Capricorn after this one, okay? Okay. Hey guys, don't forget to drop a like while you're here. Scorpios. Scorpios, 3, 2, and 1 for the Scorpios. All right, Scorpio. So we have the Hermit card here. So this could be a week of isolation. You guys could really be going inward and focusing on spirituality. It's funny because when I first picked up the deck, it was like the Two of Wands, and I believe I saw the High Priestess. It was the Two of Wands and the High Priestess. And so I made a mental note that was like, seems like Scorpios are going to be having to make some pretty intuitive decisions where they're really going to have to listen to their guides, their higher self, and that kind of inner voice in order to proceed. And so the Hermit card popped up as the underlying energy. So that's exactly what's happening. Okay. I just see this week really being a time of people just kind of like focusing on themselves. I don't know, look for healing. I think everybody's just trying to get ready for this upcoming, for this upcoming year that we're having. For the upcoming events, this upcoming year, 2019, people are really just trying to step into 2019 with the most positive energy. Because I think there's been a shift of people understanding just how powerful your thoughts are. I really think that that's something that hasn't necessarily had as much attention as it has right now. I could be being very ignorant, but it just seems like people on Instagram, people on social media, in life are just like, look, I'm really trying to emit as much positive energy as I can. So it seems like Scorpios, you're falling right in line and you are doing that inner work to get to, look, this Empress, the divine feminine. Look, the Four of Wands. So yeah, so it seems like even though you could be focusing on, your spirituality and your healing, you're having kind of a major, I wanted to say epiphany came to word, but like epiphany about self, epiphany about your worth, your growth and your fertility, maybe even how far you've come in a situation. And this really seems to be a positive week for you, Scorpios. And you kind of just understanding how your spirituality has played a role in your growth and your expansion of self, okay? Self-awareness, self-knowledge, self-love, you know? Really awesome reading, Scorpio. Let's see if I can get one more card. Scorpio rising, yeah. Whoops. One. Yeah, look at this. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So you guys are focusing really on your abundance. There could be new financial opportunities that are coming your way, certainly. Or you're just going to be starting to see some returns of financial opportunities that you've invested in quite some time ago. There's going to be a lot of options that are coming in for you, Scorpio. So that's probably why you're going inward. So you are able to make those best decisions and kind of get through the smog and get clarity. So that's all I got for you, Scorpios. But that's, you know, beautiful. Excuse me, I said that about every reading, and I'm sure people are like, bitch, you said that 50,000 times. Yes, I have, but it's just because there's just so much beauty that's happening and, like, you know, positive energies. I think that every reading has a potential to be positive, right? Because you're always in control of your own situation. But especially when you get, like, some happy cards, it's always like, oh, yes, you know, this week will be, like, a fun week. So I'm always like, you know, that's really nice. So that's why I say that all the time. Sorry. And now we're moving on to our Capricorn, right? The Secret. Ooh, I haven't, like, read a book. I have, like, commitment issues to my core. So, like, I'll start something and just, like, not finish it halfway through just because, like, something's part of me like, nah, I don't know. I've been working on it for a minute. Like, my only habit that I have is not forming habits, you know? All right, Capricorns. Ooh. All right, Capricorn. So we have the Knight of Cups. Ooh, with the Four of Cups. So some of you guys are going to be receiving offers of love or, you know, emotional fulfillment or some sort. You know, could be a romantic relationship or could just be opening up, right? Could be an apology. Or some of you guys are on the other side of that and you are the one that's opening up. You're the ones who's going to offer some type of emotional connection, some type of emotional gift, if that makes sense. So... could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio, Capricorn. But it seems like some of you guys are going to be opening up emotionally or receiving that, okay? Yeah. So everybody is going to be in their feelings this week. But like I said, it's Christmas Eve on Thursday. So I'm at next Tuesday. So it's about that time. But you know, you know everybody's in their feelings when a Capricorn's in their feelings. I'm just kidding. I love you, Cappies. So look, we have the World card coming up for you, Capricorn. So you guys are closing out a really positive chapter or just closing out a part of your life. And I think it's been a long time coming. I think you guys have put in quite the... I'm sorry. Wow, Maxine, that caught me off guard. So you're a freaking Pisces, Scorpio, rising, Cancer, moon. Yo. Yo. Yeah, look at this, Capricorns. So we have the King of Cups coming in. So you guys could really be closing out an emotional cycle or opening up a new one is kind of what I'm getting for a lot of you guys. And then we have the Ace of Cups. Wow, boom. That's exactly what I was just saying to the devil energy. And that is you guys right there. All right. And you guys could be receiving, I picture... Okay, here's what I'm getting, Capricorns. You guys are going to be settling closure to kind of a back and forth relationship. Could have been clarity is going to come in about the situation. This could be through an apology. This could be through, again, receiving an apology. This could just be being honest and speaking your truth because we have, you know, a sword cutting away at these chains that are here. And I think the only way that that's going to come in is, you know, through closing out this chapter and really going inward and open up those emotions and mastering those emotions, Capricorn, as you know, embark on kind of this new opportunity that's coming in for you. And it seems to be a very powerful relationship that you have to be careful it doesn't get, you know, addictive. You don't get obsessed with this person or this connection or this thing that's coming in towards you. That you let it breathe. Let the situation breathe, okay? With this devil energy here, that's always a warning to not give into, you know, worldly temptation. So this can be, you know, extreme lust where like you're sexually addicted to this person. But I imagine that there are some strong ties here, and you're going to have to be mindful as you embark on this, because there's a deep connection that's coming in for you guys. Yeah, we have the Ten of Swords. So closing out a painful cycle. Closing out a painful cycle and starting a new one. Yeah, to the Seven of Swords. So there could have been some deception that's happening. Yeah, to the Seven of Wands. So now somebody has gone defensive to this matter. To the Queen of Pentacles. So you could have been dealing with somebody who has now focused inward on themselves. Or, you know, with the Queen of Pentacles, this is your energy too, Capricorn. So a lot of you guys could have been focusing on self-love. But I see, you know, you emerging out of that and kind of opening up in a sense. So yeah, Capricorns, I'm not sure if y'all looking for nub in all the wrong places. I'm not sure if you're looking for love in all the wrong places, but it seems like this, again, could be an emotional week for you guys, but it's going to have to deal with communication and really getting closure to a situation. If you felt like you haven't had it before, is kind of what I am getting for you, Capricorns, okay? So that is going to be it for Capricorns. Was anybody next? I don't remember seeing anybody call dibs. We did Geminis. Yep. Hey guys. Hey guys. Don't forget to drop a like if you are here. Who wants to go next? Virgo. Boom. That's what we're going to do. Oh, wow. Virgo won. But then I see Aries and then I see Aquarius. Okay, so we're at Virgo. All right, Virgos. Whoops. And one. Let's hear it for the Virgos. What's going on with our Virgos this upcoming week? Virgos. Wow. It's always scary, like when they fly out like that. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands, so there could be some decisions that are coming in, and hope for a situation with the Star card that flipped up could be dealing with an Aquarius. But basically with the Two of Wands, it's like you have the whole world in your hands and you're trying to decide exactly what you're going to do with it. Okay, Virgo? So it seems like there's some opportunities that are going to come in. You could be finding out some information about a situation. There could be light shining on a situation of some sorts. Yeah, you might be presented with an opportunity to have faith and take that leap of faith and believe in yourself. It sounded so cheesy, Virgo, but I don't know. That's just what I got. Virgos, one more for shuffle like this. Virgos. All right, here we go. Oh, wow, Virgos. I can't remember who had this too. Was it Pisces? I can't remember. But yeah, so your underlying energy is going to be the Five of Pentacles. So again, you know, isolation seems to be something that you're going to be dealing with. You could be retreating from the rest of the world. But with the Five of Pentacles, you know, these people broke, homeless, ain't got no food, ain't got no water, you know, just out here struggling, right? But they're right in front of a church. So this is also a reminder to ask for help. You're never truly alone when you're, you know, down and out, okay? But also on the other hand, it seems like a new stable financial opportunity could be coming in. Something different could be presenting itself. All right, so we have the Five of Wands to the Page of Swords, and then finally to the Three of Swords, okay? So Virgos, Really interesting stuff. All right. So if this has to deal with like a connection of some sort, could deal with friendships. All right. But there seems to be conflict that has been going on for a long time. Could be internal conflict, but I really feel like this is external. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because of the Page of Swords being here. So for some of you guys, you're going to be looking and you're going to find some information. Like some of you guys might be snooping or going through some of these stuff, and you find some information that ultimately leads to the Three of Swords moment and feeling kind of isolated in that type of situation. But before I go any further, I'm going to get into some clarification. All right. Oh, wow. Five of Pentacles. So really isolation. Somebody certainly feels like they've been left out in the cold. Maybe even lied to is kind of what I'm getting. Yeah, to the Two of Swords. So somebody didn't get the truth. They didn't get the truth that they thought that they wanted. And so then they felt kind of stuck in a situation where they're not really seeing something for what it is. But I feel like you're going to have to see it for what it is. You're going to do that research and get going. There could be an argument that comes about. Somebody could be communicating in a really childish way with this Page of Swords. This is somebody who can be very reckless with their tongue. All right. Yeah, we have the Two of Wands again. So there's a decision that's going to have to be made, and it's really going to deal with, you know, a mirroring situation. Are you going to respond back to the situation the way that it was presented to you, or are you going to walk away from it? But I want to get one more card for this Three of Swords. Why is the Three of Swords here, please? Why is the Three of Swords here, please? Two. Woo. Yeah, so some of you guys, are going to be confronted with the truth. Possibly about somebody, possibly about like a third-party situation, but it just has to deal with emotions here and passion with this Knight of Wands. So there was a lot of passion that was exchanged here with this Queen of Hearts. So this is somebody who is very loving. It has to deal with an emotional part of you where you're going to be finding out some truth and, you know, get some reality that maybe you've possibly been avoiding. And from this truth, you're going to be feeling kind of isolated. Excuse me. But the one thing I do have to say, Virgo, is not gloom and doom, because, again, these are all minor arcana. So this could be something, you know, we're just taking as like one of a really good I mentioned her earlier, Aquarian insight. She's always just like, when you're taking like a microscope to a small period of time, sometimes it can seem more dramatic than it is. I don't think that this is necessarily like one of those like super dramatic blowouts. I just think that this is something that happens between you and maybe a kind of an acquaintance or some sort, or just kind of one of the people that you've been talking to, like somebody on your roster. I don't see this being like a huge thing for all of you. Obviously, for some of you guys, it can be, but I see this being more like a hiccup, okay? More like an inconvenience, okay? So that is it for our Virgos. Oh, I know I had a list. I think it was, who was next? Was it Aquarius? I think it was Aquarius. I'm going to go with Aquarius. I'm sorry if you were not, but write whoever else wrote it down too. So now we're going into Aquarius. Don't forget to drop a like, guys. We go into Aquarius. All right, Aries next. Okay, thank you. All right, I'm sorry, Aries. I apologize, but we're going to do Aquarius, and then we'll move into Aries. What's going on for Aquarius? Let's see, Aquarius. Maxine, I'm just kidding. I love you. I appreciate you for doing it. Anyways, okay, Aquarius. So the moon. So some of you guys could be interacting with the Cancer or a Pisces, or dealing with, you know, your subconscious, the hidden, those realms that you can't see, kind of like those depths. All right. So that's a really interesting thing to pop out for an Aquarians, you know, because that's kind of uncharted territory, having to deal with emotions and stuff like that. So let's see what's really going on. Oh no. So Aquarius, look, the Fool card. So it seems like you guys are going to be taking a leap of faith or being asked to embark on a new journey. You guys have certainly closed out a cycle, and you're going to be moving into a new one, kind of like with carefree. You're just ready to hop into it, right? So we have the Seven of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, a lot of you guys are going to be focusing on finance. Yeah, to the Two of Wands. So some of you guys are really focusing on, you know, finances, your career, your work, how that is coming across. There seems to have been a lot of patience within this situation. You've invested a lot of time and energy, and now you're really waiting to see what is going to come of it. But it seems like there's going to have to be a decision that's going to be made, that needs to be made, Aquarius, possibly for an opportunity that's coming in, and it is going to require you to have some faith and take that leap, you know, and see where you land. But with, you know, the heart of this being the Queen of Pentacles, a lot of you guys are focusing on possibly nurturing, self-care, self-love. Could be connecting with a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn, but just focusing on your own abundance, focusing on what is around you, the things that you can feel, this tangible things, you know. This could be something that excites your senses. Some of you guys could be taking a leap within your sensuality, you know, something that you've been waiting for a long time. But it seems like an opportunity is going to come in, and you're going to have to make a decision, Aquarius. Yeah, so let's see. Why is the Two of Wands here, please? Why is the Two of Wands here for Aquarius, please? Why is the Two? Wow, Maxine, you got it. And 1. Okay. So yeah, and it has to deal with your, you know, your own personal financial security and abundance, right? Ooh, so some of you guys might be presented with an opportunity where you might be meeting someone, or like a partner. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. This can be a friend too, where you're going to be presented with where you could remain single and continue doing your own thing, or partner up with somebody to tackle it, okay? And it seems like you're probably going to be the more mature one in the situation. You're going to be the one who is kind of guiding it, which is a leadership role, and that's very fitting for you, Aquarius, so I wouldn't shy away from that. But if you do decide to take this, you know, partnership, it is going to require a level of faith and trust with this Fool card here. So remember to remain open, right? Remember to remain open and giving and loving, and not try to like talk down to people, or, you know, just be kind of nurturing in a sense. Okay. So that is what I got for Aquarius. So now we are going on to Aries. All right. Let's see. See what's going on for our Aries. Aries. I'm an Aries Venus. Oops, excuse me. And let's see what is going on for my Aries. Whew, Aries. All right, so look at this. So the Three of Swords. So some of you guys could be dealing with betrayal, you know, third-party situations, backstabbing. You know, it's kind of a really dramatic card, right? But some of you guys are really going to be dealing with possibly a third-party situation. Ooh, look at this, Aries. So some of you guys, yeah, are really kind of going through it. This might be a tough week for you. Let's see what comes up in the actual spread. But some of you guys could be closing out some really, really painful cycles. Yeah, dramatic indeed. Yeah, there seems to be some closing of some painful cycles, but as usual, all that has to happen so you can open up a new beginning. Look, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles make an appearance again. Could be connecting with a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo. Or let's throw Libra in there too, since I wanted to say Venus. But yeah, so this could be dealing with, you know, your own self and your own self-love. You could possibly be finding out some information maybe from your mother, just maybe a possible paternal figure. Okay. All right, let's see, Aries. Yeah, look, Aries, we had the Nine of Wands. Woof. Let's hope it calms down. Swords. I always say wands and swords. That's, I don't know where I get that confusion from. All right, Aries. So look, okay, so the Four of Cups is here. So some of you guys could be dealing with an opportunity presenting itself, somebody giving you an offer, you giving an offer, right? The energies can go two ways, but a lot of you are just feeling very stagnated in the situation, like it's not going anywhere. You're bored, okay? And as an Aries, that's something that, you know, Aries don't like boredom. They can take a lot, but not boredom. All right, boom, we have the Magician, the World. Ooh, wow. Major things happening, Aries. And then the Six of Swords. So some of you guys could, in fact, be traveling, but mostly just leaving a situation behind, especially if a new opportunity is presenting itself. And the thing about this, Aries, is this is your energy right here. And it's as above, so below. So remember to pay attention to what you are doing here on Earth, because it is reflected up in the heavens, right? You know, pay attention to your horoscopes and your chart, especially if you're going through something kind of traumatic and like emotional. You just want to do your best to try to remain grounded and centered, but you know, I always read my horoscopes when I'm having like a super crazy day, just to be like, am I going insane, or is it just like something? And a lot of times it's just like, today you're going to be feeling overly emotional or something of that. So be aware of that it might not necessarily be you. It might be, you know, something in orbit affecting your moods, and how you're going about your day. So just pay attention to that. I always say that with the Magician, right? But basically, in this new chapter that you're starting on, you know, in this new kind of adventure that you're leaving behind for this opportunity that's presenting itself, you know, you have all the tools in your toolbox. You are very prepared for this next chapter. It's just, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with all this energy that you have, Aries? Especially if you're bored and, you know, you've closed out a really painful cycle. You found out some shit that, you know, really rocked you to your core, but you're being offered a new opportunity to begin again. What exactly are you going to do with this opportunity, Aries? So it seems like unlike, you know, everybody else has been saying, you know, it's not a big deal. This seems like it's going to be a kind of major week for you guys. Some real major turning points, or just like the very beginnings to the inklings of some real major turning points where you're really going to be taking your destiny into your own hands, and you're going to start laying that foundation with the tools that you have in order to move forward, okay, with some opportunities that may be presenting themselves. All right, so that is what I got for you, Aries. Pretty cut and dry. Yeah, it might be a little dramatic, you know, but just understand that when you come out of it, you will have the lessons and the knowledge required to move forward and really kind of manipulate the situation and get what you want. So, you know, nothing wrong with that. Nothing with little burns and bruises. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. So we just finished our Aries. And so I'm not sure who we have left. Taurus. So I'm going to do Taurus next. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Glad that we got your reading done. Lots of love to you too. So now we're going to go into our Taurus. Nope, haven't done Libra yet. I'm doing Taurus right now, and then I'm going to do Libra next. I was literally just thinking that. It's so funny that you said that. We were just thinking that. Okay. Moving on to our Taurus. Yeah. All right, let's get into our Taurus. Ooh, Taurus, I think some of y'all might have some money coming in. My right hand just started itching. Look at this, Taurus. So the Knight of Cups followed behind Judgment. All right, so somebody could be presenting themselves for a second chance. This could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or just somebody that you had an emotional connection with. All right, and this could be a friendship. This does not have to be anything romantic, Taurus, obviously, but there's just an emotional connection. There's an emotional bond within this something that's kind of resurrecting itself from the dead. It's coming up. And trying to, you know, get your attention again. Look, and then we have the Page of Wands. So somebody has a lot of passion. Yo, look, boom, to the Knight of Wands. Yeah. And then to the Four of Wands, which we're making a connection again. So it seems like some of you guys could be having a pretty lusty affair. You know what I'm saying, Taurus moon? I'm a Taurus moon, but like some of you guys could really be having some fun, Taurus. As far as like taking some adventure and just having, you know, a youthful energy about, you know, maybe even like I don't know, some of you guys are going home, you're going to run into somebody that you had like a childhood fling with, and you guys are going to just have like, you know, a night and a blast, you know, kind of like removing yourself from reality. Because I just see this coming back, but it's something that has been, you know, dormant for a while, and now when it appears, it's just filled with so much like passion with this Knight of Wands here and this Page of Wands. So you certainly could be dealing with a Aries, Leo, or a why am I blanking? Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Okay. But yeah, definitely could be filled with adventures and just some really overall happy energy, Taurus. It seems like it's funny that all this fire energy is here, all this fire and water energy is here, all right, including the Four of Wands, because it seems like you're going to be kind of out of your element this next week. But I think that you're going to have a lot of fun doing that. I think you're going to have a lot more fun than you think, you know, you are. Like, so just remain open to the experience, because you really could end up having like a super, you know, great night. So this could happen, you know, especially for people who are just like, if you get invited out by some friends, get invited out for some friends and you like just really want to stay in, I suggest that you go out, because it seems to be like a really fun, good, celebratory time, you know, filled with adventures and laughter, some really positive things, Taurus. So have fun with that energy. But yeah, some of you guys could certainly be experiencing some, you know, one-night stand energy, some quick flings. All right. And so, yep, that's all we have for our Taurus. Okay. So don't forget to drop a like. Thank you so much for tuning in. And now I think, is this last but not least, our Libras? Hi, Jim. Hey. We missed your energy. Oh, Sagittarius. You're so right. Oh, how dare me. Forget our Sagittarius. All right. So we are doing our Libras right now. Oh, Tarot family. I love that. You guys were growing. Can you believe it? Like, I'm so shook that we're almost at 5,000. Like, I really hope to get to 5,000 by the end of the year. And I just, you know, want to thank you guys so much for, you know, your support. Really, really, I don't know. I'm just really, really happy. So anyways, back to our Leos. So Leos, we just had the Two of Wands fly out. So it seems like you guys can be presented with a decision or an opportunity that comes in where you're going to have to look out and be like, what do I do with it? You know, you got the whole world in your hands. What exactly are you going to do with it? Some of you guys could be holding back, holding on, really sticking to yourself this next. Yeah, that's been a theme too. People have really been kind of isolating themselves. Look, and then we have your energy right there to the King of Swords, Libras. Let's see, Libras. Feel my energy all up in this Libra reading. Boom, let's go. You have to tell me if it's hitting home. 2 and 1. Thank you, Terry. All right. Sorry about the table rocking. Ugh. All right, Libra. So the underlying energy we have here is the Empress. So some of you guys could be dealing with, you know, growth, expansion, fertility of children. So be mindful if that's not you, right? But fertility of ideas, just abundance. You know, this is somebody who, she's the queen of all queens. She's the mother of all mothers, you know, very maternal energy, very, you know, Venetian energy. You know, she is the divine feminine. Okay. So be mindful as you're growing, Leo. That's a beautiful underlying energy to have. Okay, let's see what the rest of the cards say. Death. All right. To the 5 of Wands. And then our 2 of Wands. I'm sorry. I'm at Libra if I said Leo in the past. But so it seems like you guys have been experiencing a death of a situation. You guys have certainly moved from and transformed, but I think that you're emerging as like this very beautiful butterfly. You guys are understanding the power of your self-worth and what you are actually bringing to the table. But again, it was not without conflict at all. Okay, so this was a very difficult change that you went through, but it was something that was forced to happen. So now you're coming out on the other side of this with the lessons that you learned, feeling the way that you do about yourself. And now you're like, well, what do I do with all this energy? So what do you do with all this energy? How are you going to move forward? Some of you guys are just refusing to look at a situation. But when you see the Death card, you know, change is good. It's a time for growth. My phone died. Oh no, Maxine, well, we're happy that you're back. All right. And 2, 1. Oh man, that shirt. I didn't even notice. Wow, I know. Sorry, Libras, but Mac Miller, I absolutely love him. Like, words can't describe. Like, I literally cried when he passed. But yeah, he's one of my biggest, I don't know, I'm such a fan. So you'll see me in the shirt a lot, basically. But anyways, so it seems like some of you guys, yeah, are taking some time for yourself and healing with this 4 of Swords energy. Yeah, it seems like there has been a lot of conflict, Libra. And like I said, that's out of your... No, I did Libras. I did Libras earlier. So Libras snuck in and got 2 readings. Oh, Maxine, oh, your phone died. Libras were like the second one that I did, and that was pretty much the energy. Like, a lot of you guys were feeling unbalanced and unkiltered. Yeah, so it's Sagittarius. I'm looking, I was just like, why do I feel like I've said this before? Because I have. So you got a bonus Libra reading. But I'm going to move into Sagittarius. That's so funny. Your Pisces of focus. You gotta sneak it in there. Man, I was literally like, why have I said this before? At least the reading was on point. At least it was the same both times. Because I was like, I feel like I've said this exact same sentence. Or mad case of deja vu. Hello. Alright, so this is for our Sag. Last but not least, our Sag. Ooh. So Sagittarius, the Magician. So some of you guys are going to be dealing with as above, so below. So this is that, air and that energy of manifestation, really attracting what you want, making sure that you are aware that you have all the tools in your toolbox that you need in order to succeed. Some of you guys could be dealing with some, old family traditions, Sagittarius, and going back, to those roots, okay? Could be dealing with a Taurus, 3, all right, 2, and 1. What is Mercury retrogression? I can, if you stick around, I can try to explain that after I finish this Sagittarius reading, all right? So here we have the Chariots at Sagittarius. So a lot of you guys are going to be moving in on your divine path. You are understanding the control of, taking logic and emotion and using those beasts to get to what you want, and you're doing it in like a warrior-like state. You're not looking to the side of you, you're looking straightly direct. Could be connecting with a Cancer, but it seems like Sagittarius, you guys are certainly moving, and again, you have all the tools necessary in order to be successful. Look, we have the 4 of Cups, so there could be an opportunity that's coming in. We have the Moon, a lot of Cancerian energy here, and the 5 of Cups, okay? So some of you are bored and stagnated of a situation. You've been feeling a lot of regrets. You could have been keeping this in, but as this opportunity presents itself, you're going to be starting to move a lot quicker, Sagittarius. Let's see if I can get some clarification. Why is the 5 of Cups here, please? I believe in as above, so below. Thanks for the comment. No, it's true. It's absolutely true. And even like scientists, astronomers will say the same thing. There are definite phenomenons to planets and how it affects us here on Earth. Like, that's actually a scientific fact. That's not just like crazy mumbo jumbo. Two and 1. All right. Yeah, there's 5 of Cups. So Sagittarius, yeah, there's a 5 of Cups about a decision that didn't want to be made. Somebody didn't actually want to see the truth. I think that maybe you didn't want to see the truth situation. There was some hiddenness here, some undercurrents here, some subconscious that you didn't see. And I think that is disappointing because Sagittarius pride themselves on knowing a lot, okay? And so with that, I do sense that there has been some stagnation within a situation, and that's why there's no movement with this 4 of Cups here, okay? Somebody's just like bored with the situation. I'm going to try to get one more card for Sagittarius, and then I'm going to be design. Let's see, 3, Two. Thank you. Cancer PhD. One. All right. Let's get one more. Yeah, some of you guys could certainly be holding back from a situation, holding back from communication about your emotions, specifically about how you feel about someone. Somebody could have lied and betrayed your trust. And then we have the 8 of Wands. So somebody has, there's communication that's going to be coming in that you could possibly be holding yourself back from. You don't want to have this conversation, but it doesn't matter because it's moving, Sagittarius. So you guys are going to be moving. Again, if you felt like you've been stagnated, the Wheel of Fortune is going to pick up. And things are going to start moving on your divine path, all right? So no need to continue to cry over spilled milk, with this 5 of Cups here, all right? So that is going to be it for you guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I love this channel. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm reading this long one. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you so much. That really warmed my heart, Aaliyah. I absolutely love that. Thank you. I really enjoy doing this, and I never thought that I would enjoy doing lives. I don't know. I'm just my Mercury. Oh yeah, somebody asked me about Mercury retrograde. If you're still here, but I was I'm such an Aquarius Merc, and the thing about an Aquarius Mercury is you are either super obsessed with technology or you're very against it. And I'm one of those people who's very against technology. I appreciate gadgets, but I don't even use Amazon like that. I'm very much, I'll go to the store. I'm very kind of old school. If I didn't have, if I couldn't play music on a smartphone, I would not have an iPhone. That's kind of how to technology I am. And I don't think it's for anything that means anything. I think I'm just being arbitrary, to be honest. I really don't have much of a point to it. All right. And then yes, for the Mercury in retrograde. So somebody asked what that meant. Basically what happened. So when planets go retrograde, Mercury isn't the one that isn't always Mercury isn't the only planet that goes retrograde. It's just the one that we hear about most frequently because it happens 3 or 4 times a year, and it causes a lot of disruptions. Okay, so we can break it up into 2 parts. So basically, you're going to start with retrograde. All right, and so basically we're going to start with Mercury. I'm sorry, and what the planet Mercury symbolizes. So planet Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo, and basically it has to deal with communication. All right, so if we go into Greek mythology, Mercury is equivalent to Hermes, so it's the messenger. So this is the messenger god. So it has to deal with communications, can deal with technologies on some sort, just because we use technology to communicate. So basically, when a planet goes retrograde, it means that from our perspective here on Earth, it looks like it's not moving, or it's in fact going backwards. All right, it looks like it's going backwards for us, but in reality, I believe it's just not moving. And so when that happens, it causes disruption. So that goes back to that saying that's always in the Magician sign and the Justice sign, which is as above, so below. So basically, when a planet goes retrograde and it stops moving, that means that whatever that planet rules is going to be affected by that change. So here on Earth, when it's Mercury, which rules communication, that Gemini and Virgo, which is analyzation and perfection, it makes it go backwards. So it's really a time of taking, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It feels like things are working against you. A time for arguments, a lot of disagreements happen just because of miscommunication. So you really don't want to make any major plans or sign any contracts or anything like that, because it's one of those situations that can turn out where you won't see it move to its fruition. And this can happen for a couple weeks at a time. But when that happens, when Mercury goes retrograde, it's really just basically about communication. Travel is also affected too, so you don't want to make a whole bunch of plans. It's just time to really just chill out and just mind your business, is how I kind of get through Mercury retrogrades, and it gives you a nice excuse for when you have a shitty day. All right, so I hope that helped explain what that Mercury retrogression means. All right. Oh, and you guys, what are some more suggestions that you'd like to see for the pick a card? So my pick a card love one is doing really, really well. And so thank you guys for that, if you guys watched that, and for the suggestion. But that was doing well. But my guidance one that people did vote for is doing whatever. So it seems like people are really interested in love, but I really want to know what guys I'm sorry, can you re-explain? I was cooking. Man, basically, yeah. Basically, I was just saying, like, Mercury, to sum it up really quickly, basically, Mercury is like the planet of communication, rules Gemini and Virgo. And when it goes retrograde means from planet Earth, it looks like it's going backwards because it's just not moving. And so basically anything that has to do with communication, travel is just going to be affected. Always keep in mind, as above, so below. So when you hear that the planets are doing something kind of funky, that means something funky is going to happen here on Earth. And with Mercury, it specifically has to do with communications. And just by default, it ends up lumping in technology and shit like that too. So that's kind of like a really brief. Thank you so much. Yes, let's grow our family. But yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I was asking about. Basically, what other readings would y'all like to see for the pick of cards? Yeah, maybe some more. So basically, it's a time to chill. Yeah, it's really a time to chill and just lay back. You don't want to make a whole bunch of plans just because they're just going to be really complicated or they'll just fall the fuck through. And then when you try to, like, it's one of those things where it feels like a snowball effect. Well, so since you try to fix it or and correct it, you're going to end up saying something or somebody's going to interpret something wrong. So it's just better just mind your fucking business and call it a day for those couple of weeks, you know? So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna post another poll or something probably, and so you guys think about it for me. I'm gonna try to do those on Sundays and Mondays when I post those pick a cards. I'm gonna try to do one at least once a week. So yeah, as you think of them, just comment them. Even in normal videos, I'll pay attention to it and look out for it because I really want to keep doing that. A healing reading. Ooh, that's a really good idea. Thanks, back to cooking. Thanks for tuning in. Yep, a healing reeling. Okay. OMG, who's coming towards me? I did that one, Maxine. I did that one. That was the first one I did. I did it like a couple days ago. It's good. I don't know if it's good. I've been getting good responses to it. But yeah, check it out. It's already up and running. I think a healing spread would be absolutely beautiful. Good suggestion. Well, all right, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and tune out. I'm going to see you guys soon. I'm going to start cranking out those yearlies. And basically so much for like the yearlies. I'm probably just going to show the table just because it's 12 cards. And that's just a lot of cards because I'm going to do like a card a month. So just be waiting for that so I can start pumping those out so we can see what's happening for 2019. Yep, career, finance, dreams, and goals. Yes. Yeah, a finance one. Yeah, a finance one would be really, really good. Oh, I don't know where you were, Maxine. You're MIA because that video has been on and she'll pop in. She'll pop in. So, yeah. Anyways, check it out. Leave me a message. Yeah, finances. Messages from spirit guides. Yep, I'm trying to be consistent as possible. So these are going to happen at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday, okay? And then, like, if I can't, then I'll say something. But I really want to get into the habit of, like, forming this because I enjoy doing it. I like interacting with y'all. I was thinking I might start doing pre-shows, like, tuning in, like, around 7:30, and just, like, answering random questions, kind of like the retrograde question and all that other stuff, just to kind of, like, break the ice. I thought about doing that today. I just wasn't ready. I just ended up talking to my friend on the phone, but like I'm thinking about doing that. So if you guys like have questions and stuff, then you can like meet me like pre-show, I guess, and then we can go from there. But thank you guys so much for warning signs, law of attraction stuff. Man, I'm gonna have to go back through this and take a note. But you guys pay attention. Look out for, I'm going to make a post either today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow. I'll make a post tomorrow morning and I'm going to say, do your pick a card suggestions. And so guys, don't forget to like drop it there too. So I can just have like a bowl to pick from, So I've been saying bye for like ever, but I'm actually going to tune out this time. I'm so sad. I love you guys. I can't wait to see you soon. And peace.